Hello everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Pathfinder with Epic and Friends. Would like to congratulate you all for joining us once more as our intrepid adventurers, once again triumphant in their duties, but exhausted and beaten within an inch of their lives, especially works.
He's not wrong.
Begin making their journey back home with not one, not two, not three, or four, but 5 new companions in tow.
Wait, so who did we all pick up last time?
We make all the friends.
Let's see. You've got... Fiona got 2 new sons. The Incubus.
Oh, sorry.
The Fairies. Did you guys pick
I think that's a lot more than 5.
And Diabolos.
I don't know how many fairies I ended up snatching. They're all just living in my hair for the moment.
I'm just counting them as 1. Explain that. Regardless, after venturing on the roadside and pulling over to get some rest, Dequois rang up Adol, and the worried Makote, after a brief spazzing out, had the link pearl taken from him by his elder brother, who did shop down to her a little bit and gave her a slight update, letting her know that another conduit has managed to breach into their home and is requesting to become their gardener of all things. And with that, Agents of Mayhem, or whatever the fuck you want to be called, you may proceed. Oh, and quick note to anybody watching, Kato will not be joining us tonight. He is feeling under the weather, and the weather has said fuck you to him.
Essentially. So are we on the way home? Are we at the homestead now, or?
You're still on the road.
Okay. How long has it been? Trying to...
It's about a 3-day ride, and you went the course of about a single day.
Nah. Well, Dex trudging along, making the chocobos go forward along the road.
On the road again.
I swear you should have picked up a guitar instead of a violin.
I picked up a lute. That's the closest thing I had to a guitar.
That's true, I guess. Anyways.
Okay, so you guys are just proceeding down the road. So, I have to ask, is anybody doing anything particular on this roadside venture? Any conversations that anybody wants to have?
Fiona's got her nose in the books, so.
Orcs will be sleeping. He's gonna pull a Kato and just go and just get as much recovery sleep as he can. Because it has been a long couple of weeks and just he's done with everything.
Oh, I feel like a dick for posting that.
What?
In the Twitch chat, there's always just one person watching. And so I just it's like, hello you square Enix spy, you've come to steal my ideas again, have you?
Well, I've been trying to link it to one of the Discords I'm in, so it might be one of them.
It's fine. I'm just being a dick.
No, I know.
Anyways, I guess towards thought. Hey, Thought.
Hey, yeah.
You have any idea where we can even offload this many weapons?
That's a question. I mean, we weren't even home when those merchants came by. Fionn?
Yes?
Do you know how often merchants come by?
Ark, how often do merchants come by?
Usually about once a month, possibly every 2 weeks, depending on what they need?
It depends. It could be anywhere between once a moon to twice, sometimes 3 even.
Well, might need to go take a visit to Abernaeus or Redania to offload these.
Yeah, might have to. Either which way, I wanted to go to one of the big cities anyways. Days. Noticing that, although I'm still smashing stuff, I'm not smashing stuff hard enough.
Really? You're not
Yes.
smashing things hard enough.
I'm sorry. Who is the one who bisected someone that I would hope to talk to after?
I am
Or just opens his eyes, just side-eyes the hell out of Adrian, and just, like, goes back to sleep.
I'm very sorry about that, but that fight did not seem like it was going to be going well.
I know, it was quite a picture. You did what you had to, but considering the fact that you still bisected him, I am not sure what you are trying to achieve if that's not enough.
I wish Ark was there. Or Doll.
I am seriously going to try and look into some ways to make you guys not be able to be dominated again, because that was scary, and you want to get stronger? That's even scarier.
At that point, Millie leans over to Tax. I think she got a complex after that little incident in Abernaeus.
Shh. Well, I mean, far be it from me to tell you when to stop, but outside of, say, finding a teacher maybe to teach you different skills, I think you can only get so big of a weapon. I mean, you can carry the biggest, strongest weapon ever, and it's scary. But I don't know.
Bringing up bigger weapons, actually, there's a thought. Hey, Todd, do you happen to know where Zeal learned to wield a weapon bigger than him?
Up until we met him in the Azim Steppes, I never met the man, so no, I wouldn't know where he learned anything.
Oh, you never known him before?
No, he's from one of Dad's other marriages. I guess I wouldn't call it a marriage. Whatever the equivalent is. It's one of the other mothers. He's one of the older litters. They aren't in much touch, I guess.
And considering his lifestyle, I'm guessing it'd be really hard. I'm guessing it'd be hard to find out from him or any of the family where he did it.
I mean, didn't we give him a link pearl? You could ask him yourself.
The reason that strikes me as a bad idea, but I'm not sure why.
Please don't tell me you're intimidated by him. Crickets.
Basically.
Fiona just goes back to her book.
Which book are you reading, Fiona?
At this point, she's probably finished going through the ritual book, so she's just going through a few of the history books.
You are learning relatively fast as you're reading these books that the Apernaeans' use of wordplay went into everything. About and the entire party notices this. About every 3 or 4 minutes, you just hear Fionn go, "Ugh."
Don't you mean the Andapori?
You mean Alec or something different?
Andapors, yeah.
Andapor.
Okay.
Sorry. The Andaporians.
I can imagine if he was just like, oh my god, it's like an entire civilization of works.
Terrifying. Don't even.
There's a lot of puns. And a lot of really good recipes they just kind of intersperse for no reason.
I'm beginning to see why Mock wanted to destroy.
Wow, really?
What's so bad?
This is rife with wordplay of varying quality. I have never seen anything quite so littered with so many puns, smiles, just...
Lots of innuendo.
And lots of innuendo, yes.
Worksend, are you sure you're not Amdaporin?
Might have roots to it, you never know.
That's a sobering thought.
I guess we can understand why diplomatic talks will never go off the ground.
Likewise, when you go into like they have like one of the first meetings between Amdapor and Mock, and there's about a 20-page list of recipes and dishes and overly exaggerated explanations of how every single dish came out and was plated to an excessive degree of detail. You're kind of like...
So word porn and puns.
Food porn.
Food porn. That's what I meant. Food porn and puns.
You're just going through and you're like, okay, I want to know what the fucking... what happened between the Maki Empire and the Andaporians. Kick this off, and you're like, alright, enough with the food!
It's a shame you don't know the Amdapor language, Dak. You would enjoy this quite a lot.
Oh, I mean, you could teach me sometime, maybe.
Possibly, but aside from the wordplay, there are just countless recipes.
Really?
Really?
Dak
I
opens
believe-
a cookbook and it's nothing but hardcore history.
That would be messed up.
It would be.
Well,
It turns out cook equals history and history equals cook.
Indeed, though, I dare say you could be a culinary archaeologist of sorts by reading.
well, I did.
You could always translate it for her.
That's true.
Indeed,
sure
it
there's
is
a-
true.
I'm pretty sure there's a spell I could use to temporarily know. I don't know.
Think
I'll
of
look
how
that up
frustrating it'd be to
sometime.
have to cast it every time you cook, though.
Well, I mean, at that point, I could just translate them myself.
Fair, but, you know, I have some practice being a scribe.
Okay. I'd try and look at one of the books right now, but driving the cart and reading is not good. And probably against some sort of law in the land. Please do not scribe and drive.
All I'm thinking is like Azier riding up behind you in a chocobo, like, do you know why I pulled you over?
No, officer, no. I also need to teach one of you how to drive a chocobo cart. Not that I don't like being able to see the scenery first before everyone else, but...
Teach me.
It might be good to have someone be able to drive in shifts, but you could get
Yeah.
some rest and we wouldn't be sitting on the side of the road.
Well, the chocobos need rest, too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're not going very fast, so... Really, all it is just holding on to the things and giving them little nudges here and there if they go off the road.
Oh, my.
You
Well,
know, I get
my-
lost coming out of my bathroom. I definitely think I'm not the one. I have no sense of direction.
Is it alright if I try?
What was that?
Is it alright if I try?
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, I thought you were reading.
She
wouldn't
closes the book.
I mean, I wouldn't want to take you away from your reading. We went
It's
to
quite
enough
alright.
trouble getting the books.
I think I would have an aneurysm if I continued reading quite that many puns and such shit segments. in such a short span of time.
That is fair. That is fair. She kind of like nudges the chocobos off to the side of the road a little bit so that they stop, and she kind of pats the seat next to her. There's more than enough room for Fiona to climb up.
Meanwhile, Scotch has gotten off of Dak and is fluttered and has basically nested down in Rowan's hair.
Why is
Fiona happily
what?
takes to the perch.
Wait. Who's in my hair?
Scotch.
Okay.
They small.
The small fire manticore thing.
Yeah. I'm just wondering why Scotch is in my hair.
You're warm.
I mean, are you voicing that to him or no?
Yeah. I look up from the baby dragon and I'm like, so, what did I do to earn this visit?
And he goes, too many fairies in Dak's hair. You're warm.
Okay, just, don't cut my hair. You got sharp talons.
He goes, well, he looks at his talons. He's like, oh, do I need to file these?
Well, just be careful and don't cut my hair and you'll be fine. You cut my hair, I will burn you.
He kind of thinks about that and he's like, Dak, can I burn?
You're immune to fire, honey.
Oh. Well, I still won't try to cut your hair. He just like turns over on his back.
Then you could rest in my hair and, I reach into my bag and I hand him a piece of bacon.
Bacon!
Nah, that's really what you wanted, wasn't it? You knew I'd be a sucker.
No. And he at this point he takes a loop of your hair and rolls over and makes a blanket out of it.
The bacon. Sorry.
Yeah, he's basically he's made a bed out of your hair and it's asleep.
I'm really glad I cleaned my hair then after we left on. Otherwise, ugh.
It's a good thing you're also good with animals.
Only fire animals.
And me.
Cat.
I do wonder how much we can still call them animals.
Yeah, exactly.
Sierra got a baby.
Sierra has. Okay, you gotta go to bed in 10 minutes. Shush.
So, Fiona climbs to the perch, and, what skill check should I be making for her?
Handle animal. Okay, they react to you normally just as well as they've been reacting to Dak. It's not particularly hard. These are very well-trained animals. So you grab the reins and you put them in the motion you want them to go, and they just follow it without question.
See, it's not that hard.
Neat, it's quite simple in retrospect.
It's actually kind of soothing because you got the nice little rocking vibrations of the cart. Plus, the scenery is rather nice. You can't always get the best view from the cart. Of course, I say that as someone who barely comes up to any of your guys' waists.
As you start talking and saying all this, Dak, the fairies basically all start changing colors in your hair, so that they go from being this bright yellow to blue, then red, then green, and then this bright orange to purple, and they just start flashing back and forth.
Of course, Dak probably can't see that.
That's interesting. The fairies are shifting in hue.
Oh! She kind of tips her head up as if she could actually see it. Hope they're happy?
They start lifting up, and the next thing you see is the entire forest over your head just turns this technicolor yellow until everything's kind of flashing in time with them as hundreds and thousands of these tiny specks of light start appearing.
Oh dear.
Oh my
Full of
goodness.
fairies. Are these relatives of yours?
Just everything's just still flashing, and then suddenly they all go back to yellow, and then only the ones that were in your hair come back still kind of lit up.
Maybe they were just saying hi.
I mean, they have been shut away in Amdapor for how long?
Don't let me
Maybe reconnecting with friends.
Picking up the latest gossip.
Probably, who knows?
Suddenly, like, 3 of the fairies float over and kind of circle around Fion's head.
Yes? Can I help you?
And you're kind of this, like, tiny little itty-bitty voice in your ear, and they say, turn the cart right in about 30 yongs and head through the woods for about 50 yongs.
Fiona is somewhat skeptical and going to try to figure out what their angle is.
Because they're fairies, they're hard to read. You can't see their face. You can only see the color and tone. You can hear the tone in their voice. So you kind of go, okay, they're doing one of 3 things here. 1, they're trying to show me a shortcut. 2, they want to show me something. Or 3, they're playing a joke and they're going to get a cart stuck.
Does anyone mind taking a diversion?
I mean, the trip's gonna take 3 days anyway. What's this? Well, stop.
Alright.
I'm game.
Yeah, sure, why not?
I was asleep, so he'll probably sleep through whatever it is anyway.
Fiona then takes the reins and steers the chocobos on the path the fairies described.
Okay. As you come up, you see what looks...
Although I am curious, where are we going suddenly?
That's a good question. The fairies are trying to tell me to go in that direction.
Okay. Well,
I mean, at worst it's a prank, so...
I'll let them have a little bit of fun. They've been trapped for so long.
Indeed.
Let's just hope it's not too much fun at our expense.
That's true.
So, Fiona, as you get about to the point that they were talking about, you turn and there doesn't seem to be anything there. There's a small clearing and space between the trees that the cart can just barely squeeze through. And as you get in, you realize it's a very tight squeeze and not a whole lot to see, but you can keep going down the path. And as you head about 50 yalms in, it suddenly widens and you see yourself in this sort of clearing. And the next thing you hear is the chocobos, where their talons and everything were hitting softer ground. You suddenly start hearing them walk on wood.
Fiona blinks and leans over the side of the perch to see what the path has become.
You realize as you look down, and can you roll perception for me? You realize the entire ground that the cart and the chocobo's on now is one gigantic root.
Well, this is interesting. Jack, do you think you could take the reins? This might be a bit too tricky for me to handle.
Yeah. She takes the reins.
Fiona, as you keep watching, you see the fairies, all of them, kind of pop out of Dak's hair, and they start floating around the wheels. and the next thing you see is the wheels kind of sink into the wood and join with the root. And as the chocobos walk, the cart just slides along, following them as if the wood is like a wave.
This is most peculiar.
Yeah, what happened to the cart? It feels different.
They appear to be enchanting it to allow it to roll along the loop, slide along the
That's interesting and maybe a little worrying, but as long as it disengages from the root easy enough.
Indeed, and in the meantime, I hope you have some experience, ferrying a rowboat or something.
The extent of my time in the water is swimming.
So you can say your knowledge isn't too deep?
I will throw you out of this cart.
Oh, you just hear Narcissus just go. "Oh."
To be fair, I did just make a ferrying pun.
It's true.
He goes, I didn't catch that one. Regardless, as you guys continue on, you see this route get wider and wider and wider until you realize you've been going up this entire time in a very gentle slope. And you look down and you realize you're probably a good 60 feet in the air at this point. But the canopy and the hillside and everything else that's been going on makes it hard to tell just how high you are until you look back where you were.
Very much not looking back.
So good thing
Was that
works.
all?
Sorry about that.
What was that, Rowan? You cut off.
I said it's a good thing that most of them know how to fly, and then I apologize to Works.
Ha! That's okay. Works is used to being up in trees.
He's used to falling out of trees.
I know.
Yeah, let's get it right here.
It's okay. You have to go up before you go down.
Or just feels a really bad tingle up his spine.
Okay. So you all watch as these fairies kind of flutter around the chocobos and just keep leading them onward. And as they do so, they roll around the tree you're coming up to, and the tree that you're coming up to now is probably one of the largest you've ever seen. It's unnaturally big. Like, it makes the spirit tree that the white mages have to go and train at deck, that you're very familiar with, look like a sapling.
Wow.
It's massive.
This is bigger than some of the biggest trees I've seen and worked in. Where are we going, little ones?
Then, just as suddenly, they pick up the pace a little bit, and the root hits into the base of the tree, and then rolls down a branch. And the branches are just as wide as the root, allowing you to ride along it. Next thing you know, you've transferred from one canopy onto another one, with the trees seemingly moving in time with one another to connect and allow you to easily transfer from one tree to the next.
I'm not about to look a gift chocobo in the mouth, but this is weird.
As we well tune stuff out, is desperately wishing they had a drink.
Don't you have a bunch of alcohol in your sack?
Yeah, don't you?
I think me and Unc went through that all for the hunting trip that last weeks ago now.
Dak, would you like to roll a perception?
Oh god, yes. Oh, screw you, Die.
Fiona's rolling too. She's still up front.
Okay, so Dak and Fiona, you look over, and as you're kind of examining everything, and you're looking at these trees and looking more and more closely, you can see a couple of knot holes along the side. And just as you're examining them a little closely, you see them move, and you realize that you're basically connected to a bunch of trents that are basically passing you off along each other, giving you a shortcut.
Thank you? He's just gonna shout down, thank you!
Dak, in the back of your head, you hear... Service of the light.
Yes? Okay.
You guys remain up in the air for about an hour and a half before you let roll down another route. And then the fairies kind of tell Fiona, it's like, okay, a mom to the northwest, and then take an immediate left at the end of it for 20 yalms.
Fiona relays this to Dak.
Okay. I'm really wondering where we're going, or if they know where our home is.
Do you follow their instructions?
Yep, I'm following the instructions.
You come out and you realize that the path that they had you take and the way that they had you take, you're past Gridania at this point. And sort of on the trade route that would bring you toward Oppernays.
Would I know, like, generally how much closer we are to...
This is the same trade route that you were on with Van Daniel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, do I know how closer we are to, say, our home than we were before?
About 5 hours.
Okay. Well, that cut off a good amount of time.
Also, my goodness.
You just got teleported again, didn't we?
No, we just got a big helping hand from a bunch of treants.
Just hear one of the fairies go, as the crow flies.
Well,
Or just sits back and just accepts the crazy shit that happens.
out of character. We accept the crazy shit your dragon stuff does, so...
Exactly. It's become commonplace for crazy shit to happen.
I mean, let's
We'll
see.
be sparking up some more magic bullshit.
Let's see. You have a druid with fucking fairies living in her hair, essentially, at this point. A summoner who basically is bound to both heaven and hell.
That's rock.
A woman who is carrying a extraterrestrial dragon in her belly. Whatever the fuck is inside of Yedrin. The forces of all things metal.
You're not wrong on that front.
That's true.
The dragon inside of you works. And then Kato, who has cut himself off from everything.
Kato's like, fuck you both, I'll walk my own path.
Oh my god, Kato technically probably just pieced out, didn't he? With this
Oh
entire
my
session.
god.
He's just not there. It's like everyone's like, "Who's Kato?"
He pops up in his room. God, cheater.
Gotta open a hole in space and time. It's like, yeah, I have this power.
Goodbye.
Math. Mathematician.
Yeah.
Peace.
Well, Jack's just gonna keep going down the road.
We need another saying. That's now.
Bop bomb it.
That's better.
Well, anyway, just gonna keep going down the road, admiring the scenery.
You eventually do make it to the homestead.
Pretty.
As you arrive, it's strangely quiet with the exception of a few of the dogs barking at you.
Puppies.
Well, that was interesting and somewhat refreshing.
At least we're home.
Yeah.
And you seem to be getting. You seem to be really lucky with getting home faster than we expect.
Hey, I'm not gonna argue with that. I'm happy to be home.
Oh, I am too. There's no arguments. It's just.
Do you guys want let off at the inn?
On what?
You guys want let off at the inn?
It's where we approaching from on this map.
I'm assuming from the north.
From the north.
Yeah.
Yes, well.
What time is it about in game?
What time did you guys set off?
Don't know. There was weird time fuckery afoot.
Yeah.
Probably sun up.
Sun up?
Probably, yeah.
You're...
Yeah, that's right, because we stopped for the night. Yeah, it'd be sun up.
Okay, so you started at sun up.
I think it's about like mid-afternoon.
No, if it's
about
5 hours,
About 2 or
Five.
3.
I would say, wouldn't it have been a little bit later?
Well, you rode for an hour, and by sunup, I'm thinking like 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So you got on that path at about 7:30. You would have gotten off the path at around 9.
And then 5 hours from there. Okay.
Yeah, so about 2:33, depending on how you rode.
So early evening. Late afternoon. Well, Derek's gonna go and,
Dinner time.
that's an early dinner time.
Thanksgiving dinner time.
Oh, okay.
I burn a lot of calories. I need to eat a lot.
That's true.
That's what happens when you burn everything.
Well, Dak goes over the bridge and over to the inn area and stops the chocobos so that everyone hop off.
Kato, meanwhile, just hops out and immediately goes to the blacksmith's.
Oh, Yedrin, maybe you can give some of the weapons to the blacksmiths. Maybe they can make use of the materials. Who knows?
Maybe.
If anything, gives them an example to play with.
I don't think there's anything special about the weapons. Plus, you can tell they were just masterwork stuff.
Oh, they wanted to learn some of the stuff from our area, so...
True enough.
I could be on the floor because I'm cleaning all day.
Take your
Heck, they might give you a discount.
Wait, you want the soft blanket or the boat?
stump.
I'll have to look into my options.
The uniforms?
Your unicorn. Get the pillow.
Oh. I get
Dak just rings up on the link pearl. We're home.
You see a dog come out. He's got like an apron tied around him. He looks He looks very, very tired as he kind of comes out with a rag, wiping his hands off. He's It's like half covered in flour right now. He goes, "Oh, hey." You're back."
Deck runs up and hugs on him. Flower be damned.
You hug him and there's just this poof of white. He goes,
We're back. Happy to be back.
he's like, "Oh."
I'll leave you two alone.
Okay.
And he just
Join a happy reunion. Grabs the big ass bag and starts dragging it to that place.
just hugs you just very quietly.
Once again, sorry it took so long. Magic.
Magic. He just
Magic.
repeats magic.
We have some new faces. Many of them residing in my hair. She kind of points to the fairies.
Shoot off.
Make yourselves at home.
He goes, "I wonder if they're smelling the scones I just made."
Oh no, are we gonna have to fairy proof the bakery? How does one fairy proof a bakery?
I would assume the same way you baby proof something.
Here I was thinking we just put out decoys.
He's like, you see him, he's like lost in thought at that. He full on the JD from Scrubs, like head turn, like just thinking.
Anyways, I have some very interesting tools to show you that we found in Amdapor.
Oh, I'd like to see them. Let's head into the bakery and hopefully save our stock.
Good idea. I'll see you guys later.
He just walks in. Fiona, where did you head to first?
Fiona is unloading her new collection of books at home.
Okay. Camilla, meanwhile, is in the tavern area. The only person in there right now is... Actually, Camilla is currently sitting at a table with Ark, a blonde female Rogadin, and Sophia in a low-stakes poker game. The row in question.
Cam is proving an interestingly hard read for the poker game because since she's gotten back, her ears and tail have not lifted even slightly. Even at the presence of the row, she's just really depressed.
Aw.
Rolling in the works. What are you doing?
Works goes into his house, comes back out with a long chair, props it up, sits down, and
Passes out.
pretty much just lays under the sun and just like takes a nap.
Alright.
I guess I feel Josh.
He is just utterly exhausted.
Yeah.
At this point, I am not putting aside the idea that dragons are just gigantic, scaly cats eaters.
That's headcanon now. Just giant scaly cats.
Went home if there was any mail, and then I decided I some food. Meanwhile, baby.
There is, Rowan, for you, there's a large package sitting in there. It's relatively flat, but it's probably about 2 feet long and 1.5 feet wide, and it's currently like covered in like a brown wrapping paper and bound with string.
I look to see who it's from.
Says Arcani on it.
Oh, my sweater must be in. I open up my package.
There is a unbelievably soft sweater inside of it that smells faintly of cherry blossoms for some reason. As you pull it out and you look at it and just at a quick glance, it looks like it's going to fit you perfectly, very snug. Got kind of like a turtleneck on it as well that would even fit the Ellison neck. And likewise, you're just feeling over it and you're like, holy crap, this is going to be so comfortable. And it's a darker shade of red.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and take a nice long hot bath, even though I'm not going to feel the difference. And then I'm going to change and put on my beautiful sweater and a pair of, like the Tantalus jeans. Because I'm kind of assuming that the sweater is kind of like the adventure sweater.
Yes, except slightly longer. And you do note that on the interior around the hands, you can pull it out and it actually has like one of those built-in like thumb slots. But if you don't want that in, you can just slide it, you can tuck it back in and the wrist will still go through easily.
Okay.
I love those.
I do too. Yeah, but I'm going to enjoy a nice, quiet bath with my baby.
Okay. And Yedrin, you went over to the crafters.
Was actually heading towards my house. Probably gonna sort out all the weapons and stuff into like more small packages.
When you realize the smiths are right beside your house.
Yeah, true enough.
Yep.
So, okay. Do you want to talk to them at all, or do you want to just sort your shit out first?
Well, I can probably go over to talk to them and see if they do want a sample or two of stuff from the Ampador.
Okay. So, as you come over, you see the two smiths have set up a decent enough smithy at this point. Things are still getting built in, but they actually have a functioning forge at this point. They look over to you and they say, or the first one, the one that usually focuses primarily on armor, goes, "Oh, Mistress Yedrin, is there aught that we can help you with? We've already given the first mission over to Master Kato. We do have yours prepared, but you seem to have something amiss."
Nothing's amiss. Just got back from a eventful and slightly fruitful venture, and I happen to have gained quite a number of armaments from an Ampador ruin. I was wondering if you wanted any samples to take a look at.
Oh, yes, it would be wonderful. What do you have?
Got some swords, spears, scythes, maces, plenty of arrows, axes, basically whole selection. Anything in particular you would be interested in?
If we could have one of each and 20 of the arrows, we'd appreciate it. We could more or less get a feel for how they work the metal off of that.
Sure, no reason why not.
They happily take everything that you just were suggested. They're looking over it and they're like, huh. Just, the metal. They're not really showing any signs of being really impressed with what they see, but there's clear interest. At which point they kind of look back to you and go, is there anything else?
Well, unless you want to buy all that's left, then probably not, although I probably should pick up my order while I'm over here.
Oh, well, yes, we'll get your order right out, and we don't really have much in the way of money right now. Not many people come through looking to buy weapons or much of anything. We've sold a few pots.
That's good, but hopefully you guys can start selling some of the wares you want soon.
At which point, Yedrin, they come out and they bring this helmet out to you that the backside of it looks almost like a number of horns kind of just jutting out the back, black with the tips being bright red as if they've been stained with blood. There is a mouthpiece that goes over to protect your jawline, and a gorget, which is the neck protector, making the eye slot almost sort of like an M shape, that elvish style. There's also slots so your horns can go through it. And yes, they do bring out your armor as well. Yedrin, the helmet itself is in your journal now.
Oh. Amazing work, you two.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We feel free to bring us any other exceptional materials like that, and we will do what we can to ensure their highest quality.
We'll have to make sure to.
Likewise, while you're holding this helmet, Yedrin, it's very warm. Like it's not burning your hands, but it's as you're holding it, you're going, huh? And you're kind of there's like a brief moment of concern while you're holding it. That it's like this might cause you to overheat while you're fighting.
Just out of curiosity for you two, do you have any worry about how hot this feels, or if it's more magical heat?
It's warm because of the material that we used. However, when you put it on, the interior is relatively cool. The exterior is the warm portion. However, while you're wearing it, you'll notice that you won't really feel the cold, as it'll be mitigated from that.
Oh. That's actually quite handy. Thank you for clearing up my voice there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and your armor is out back if you would like it. It's currently... We're mostly just shining it.
Let you finish your job and come back and pick it up like tomorrow morning or something?
I'd be happy to let you do that.
Very well. Thank you very much. That's for all your work.
Mm-hmm. They go, are the other two coming to get their orders, or should we just leave them at their doorsteps?
I'm not sure what they're up to. If you want, I'll tell you what. I'll just give them a quick ring here. Just like the taps on a link shell. Just to let you guys know, the Smiths have managed to walk the the T-Rolls we bought them. If you had any orders, you're free to come pick them up.
They both bow. They said, you didn't have to bother them, but we appreciate it.
And no, just letting them know. Anyways, someone's off the link show. I was back. Thank you very much again for your services. I'll take my leave for now. I have a bunch of sorting to do.
They just kind of bow again.
And takes a leave and goes to the house to like sort the thing out and get it a bit more organized so it's easier to carry the next time.
Alright. Dak, what are you doing now aside from just showing Date all the utensils?
Oh.
Who is like staring like bright-eyed at the fact that you brought him utensils that are now baking for him? Though he does admit and goes, so how do I tell them what to make?
I don't know.
Shit.
We didn't quite have enough time to explore that, but look at them. I don't know, maybe she picks up a book and starts paging through it, like, finds a recipe for, like, the cream puffs in one of the books and puts it down and goes, can you make this? Just as, like, an experiment.
They don't react.
Damn, that doesn't work. This'll take some experimentation.
At that point, Adol goes, Dak, why don't you let me experiment with it for now? I think you should go talk to Ark and Camilla.
Okay. She hugs Date's leg and just it's like, I'll be back, okay?
Okay, love you.
Love you too. Just scampers.
Run out the door.
Yup.
He goes, oh, they're in the bar. They haven't left since yesterday.
Okay.
As you come in, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
So as you coming in, Dak, you notice that the couches basically have blankets and pillows on them, so it's clear they've been sleeping in here.
Looks at the blankets and she's just kind of like, we have in rooms. Well, whatever. And she kind of goes in, looks around for them, notices them in the corner, and kind of creeps over.
What were you going to say, Fiona?
I was going to ask what the how the status of the poker game was.
Roll a d20. Why is my die green?
I was gonna say, I thought that was Temia's die.
Well, we
That's
rolled
her
at the same
green.
time and got the same freaking result, so I was like, what? Okay. So Camilla and Sophia are losing. But they have the same amount of chips. Ark and Camilla, who now knows the row as Lavender Mouse, they have the lead, but they're also tied. It's a fairly even game. No one's being particularly aggressive about the way they're betting. It's more you've realized it's for fun since everyone's only really put like 50 gil on the table. Though Camilla has had to deal with the fact that Sophia and Lavender have been trying to make it a strip game.
Not so
Cam has, interestingly, not been taking the bait.
Well, they're seeing as they're both hetero. They're trying to gang up on Ark. Who has been completely unreceptive. What you trying to perceive there, Dak?
Huh? Was that mine?
No,
No, that was Cam.
No, that
Cam, what are you trying to perceive? I'm sorry.
Dak.
Dak, yeah, you hear her kind of trot in. You heard the door open.
Cam's ear flicks. Hey, Dak.
Hi. How's everyone? And she's staring directly at the row, just kind of ears droop.
Well, you know, doing fine.
Ark says, better than I imagined. He's just very calmly, like, looking through his cards. Sophia, meanwhile, goes, oh, it's been rather lovely. The dogs are all getting along finally. A couple months and they might be ready to breed. If you'll forgive me, Lady Dequa, I will be calling on a cart within the next moon, taking several of them to market.
That's fine.
Finally, the row speaks up and she goes, Lady Dequa, it's been some time since the last I saw you. I've heard naught but good things from Dawn and everyone else, though we were concerned about your extended leave, though it seems the best thing that ever happened to you was leaving Gridania.
She kind of she clasps her hands and just kind of holds them kind of against her stomach, and she's like, yes, it's been a while. What brings you here?
She notices that and she goes, is aught amiss? She goes, are you pregnant?
What?
She goes, you're cradling your stomach.
No, I'm just remembering one or two of our, last encounters. That's all.
She blinks, seems to be thinking, goes,
Where you kicked me.
There's this long silence and she starts blushing and she goes, did I?
Yes.
At that point, Ark side-eye her and she goes, you don't remember that? No, I don't. That's been... Oh, that was that night. That's been 10 years.
Yes, but when you're basically made to do chores when you're still trying to recover and it hurts, yeah, you tend to remember pain.
Right. She kind of sets her cards down. She goes, okay.
You might understand why I'm just a little bit leery of you.
No, I can understand, but I'm sure you can also understand that I was just following orders. I didn't really recognize anybody or anything at the time. It was dark. Maybe I should go.
No, I want to hear what you want. I heard you wanted to be a gardener.
Well, Yes, I know that I don't look it. Aether and all that, but I have come of retiring age from the Kordani military, and I'm not exactly ready to stop being active, though I do no longer wish to serve in a battle capacity. I heard that you had a sizable estate and it was expanding, and I wanted to know if I could take to practicing horticulture.
Just trying to see if she's lying at all.
She appears to be being dead honest.
Okay. She's paranoid.
Woman appears very honest with you and very embarrassed.
Kind of sits down in a seat. You can understand why I'd be a little bit paranoid of one of the conduits coming to my home.
Well, you already have one.
I know, and that's worrying. That I just hope that you did not know that ahead of time.
It's a poorly kept secret.
I suppose so. That makes me more worried now.
I mean, you don't live too far from Verdania.
I know.
I would say the upper brass doesn't really know, but the other conduits do. I mean,
I'd prefer that it not get passed around to them. I don't want them coming after him.
don't do anything stupid.
She looks right at Ark. There you go, I guess.
And he just, like, he flips a card and goes, no promises.
No promises, I know. Well, I'm willing to give you a chance. Past is past.
Might I offer a nugget of information in return?
Sure.
I just wanted to very calmly let you know that Dawn and a small contingent of Gridanian soldiers will be coming through here in the following week. From my knowledge, it's basically a normal patrol route. They're coming through to secure borders. We've had a number of people making reports of Ixali in the areas surrounding this one, so you can understand that. To my knowledge, they're not looking for anything out of the ordinary. From most of my knowledge, they've essentially stopped looking for that one.
Good. Good.
And she kind of scratches her cheek and goes, and I shouldn't tell you this because it could get my fellow conduits in trouble, but even though we can sense each other, and she goes, for reasons. She has to wipe away like a very slight line of drool that comes down the corner of her mouth. The other conduits are not talking about the locations of each other.
Okay. Kind of gives a tilt of a head, just kind of confused look at the wiping away of drool.
Art goes, we eat aether. We are very large sources of aether.
Okay. Yes, makes sense. Okay. Thank you. You didn't have to tell us that, but thank you. I appreciate it.
She quietly, like, kind of shuffles in the art, just kind of... We have a bond, if you want to call it that, with one another. Few people can know what we went through. So...
Her ears droop down again.
And he goes, so our loyalties tend to be more to one another than the military.
Well, that's good, because as soon as I was informed that you were here, I was worried they were going to come after Art.
Lavender at that point goes, Lady Dequois, you and I both know that if Verdania wanted to come here and take him, he'd already be gone.
That's true. That's true.
So, if I have a job, I will return to Verdania and head to the Botanist Guild, pick up materials and the like, and we'll return when the moment is right. As for Master Chia here and the rest of you, I wish you well, and additionally, be safe. Don't do anything ridiculously stupid.
We've done a number already.
She just kind of nods a little. Additionally, Lady Dacqua, with the severance that I received, do you mind if I pay for my own building materials and set up my own home here?
That's fine. She shuffles over, and offers her hand. Also, I just did that motion as a... Goddamn.
Yeah, I've been doing it too. She reaches out and very quietly shakes your hand. And likewise, I promise that if anyone attempts to attack this place, you have the full might of... you have my full might at your backing.
All right. Thank you. I will attempt to keep the past the past.
She says, I agree, and I will try to remember said past to avoid touchy subjects. At that point, she just kind of scoots her way out and goes, keep the gill.
Well then.
That was certainly interesting. Cam just lays her cards on the table. Her hand sucked.
At that point,
Pretty high.
Sophia sets her cards down and goes, I believe I've spent enough time. I'm going to go check with my dogs.
Alright.
Have a good one, you three. I'll talk to you later. No, you won't. She goes, fine.
So,
Hello.
yes, hi. You never know. Guess who I talked to while I was over in Vesper Bay?
Oh, do tell.
None other than the Black Wolf, who wishes to extend his greetings as well as a job offer for testing a new weapon of his. Anti-primal weapon.
Anti-primal weapon. Well, guess that'll help, maybe. I don't know. I guess it's good that he's doing well.
What? Let me make sure I'm muted.
Yeah. He also has no hard feelings about Brahm, so good thing.
He just kind of blinks. Yeah, no hard feelings at all. I honestly don't really want to think of the man.
Understandable, but at least you know
Yeah.
that man hasn't tainted our group. Which brings me to another thing. Guys thinks the Agents of Mayhem is a little too on the nose.
I mean, we didn't quite... I mean, we kind of picked it ourselves, but we didn't really have many options, and none of us can think of names. Han gave us that as a name, and we just kind of went, okay, that sounds good.
Yep. You mentioned something about Vanguards as a possible team name, but, you know. Honestly, I still feel kind of dirty talking to a Garlean on such friendly terms, but, well, she just kind of hangs her head as her ears droop back down. I don't know, things have been really shaken up for me lately. Hearing what Voriel's doing, knowing what the Scions are doing, knowing how we're seen, knowing what the Garlands even are doing. The 14th Legion, I don't want to think it, but they seem like they're actually decent people, which says a lot considering what Alamika became.
Yeah. I have not had any real problems with Garleans. Granted, they are enemies. I guess we're at an armistice, unless that changed.
Or just
No.
between you two, like, what the fuck?
No, the armistice is still in effect. The city-state leaders and guys have apparently been, pretty good terms, all things considered.
Jack kind of props her head on the poker table with like her arm and looks over at Ark. On our way to go look for you, we met the Black Wolf, Gaius, and he seemed like an okay man. Didn't give us any trouble. Brahm gave him plenty of trouble. And didn't seem like an enemy.
Look, I don't know a lot about the Garleans. I only know what I fought during the Calamity.
Oh, I know.
I know too. I know Garleans mostly by what I had to do as Tunnel Keep. I mean, the man has a friggin' wall named after him. It's staffed by some of the most awful people. But
Well,
apparently that's not really his fault. It seems to be more the capital that things in Alamika have gone to shit.
well, we can't exactly just slough everyone into one pail just because they're Garleans or Gridanians or military non. It really just depends on the people.
Or kind of looks up and then tilts his head back. Is any surprise? Imagine how most of us felt about the void until Skull.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a fair point.
White magic is all about opposing the void, so yeah.
And yet, you've got a powerful void mage as your very retainer. That's... I mean...
That was a cover at first, but yes, she's become a good friend. She refuses to let me pay her for being a retainer.
Art kind of very slowly takes a drink and he goes, we're all a weird mismatch of magics and races and everything else. Are we really gonna say that there can't be a good Garlean just because of what's happened in the past?
Well, like I told her, I'm try and make the past the past. People change.
Yeah. Sure enough.
Oh, I mean, other than that, what's got your ears pinned there, Camilla?
Well,
just the thoughts on the Garleans got you down?
a bit, yeah. I mean, it feels like the Scions don't want to change on. That's just weird. They still see Gaius and the 14th Legion as enemies, and Gaius is just beside himself with worry about the Borealians and Ishgard, which is weird, but, you know, I mean, I guess they are kind of... Well, it's a whole thing.
They attacked us, we attacked them, they attacked this, they attacked that, we attacked this.
Yeah.
Chasing tails.
The way he talked about it, though, he had,
Or just smacks Dak with his tail at that statement.
When he does that, she just kind of like bats at it with a backhand, just kind of like, yep, I know.
The way he talks about it, he's just... It's like he's got a personal problem with the way Royal does things, and... I mean, the way he talked about them... He does make them sound like bloodthirsty monsters, but... Shit, aren't they? After what we've been hearing coming out of Camp Dragonhead.
I am not up to speed on a lot of the information, but
Oh, you know, just munching on the dragons after slaying them.
I believe I heard something about that, and that is not
And their
appetizing.
heads on walls. Yeah, it's just... It really changes your perspective when... She just falls silent and just looks the most morose she's ever been.
Or just says, we can't really know. Don't think any of us have ever stepped foot inside the country, and they tend to be more locked down than Ishgard's asshole. So...
I mean, yeah, to most.
Look, with Voril, I can't speak on them. I've only met one man from Voril in my entire life, and he was... While he was cold and exceptionally blunt, I can't say he did anything that I would fault or call especially brutal. So... who knows?
Oh. We'll just have to see.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to take a walk, says Cam as she just immediately sits up and walks out.
Mark says,
Alright.
don't forget to relay all this to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He looks at Dak and says, she worries too much.
Yeah. I know someone else who worries too much, but...
Yes, you.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly who I was talking about.
He puts the cards down. Just kind of stretches himself. Alright, well... I'm going to tidy up here and leave you to it. I don't know where you and yours are headed to next, but take care.
Kind of hops down out of the chair and kind of just gives him a bit of a hug. Yeah, I hate having to leave you here. But
It's like as you hug him, a few of the one or two of the fairies that were still in your hair just kind of spin around and land in his. And he goes, "I'm sorry, what?"
just... I feel like I'm abandoning you here while we go out on missions.
He goes, No, I understand this. What the fuck are these things in my hair?
Oh, those are fairies. They helped us on the way home, and I found them in Amdapur. I asked them if they wanted to come with, and they've been sitting in my hair since.
Right. Okay. Jack, you don't have to worry about leaving me anywhere. The worst that can happen is I disappear again for 5 years.
That's his only response. She gives a sigh.
At that point, he just laughs and goes, I don't plan on going anywhere. If you need my help for something, feel free to ask.
Mm-hmm.
For now, though, I'm going to stretch myself out, take these sheets elsewhere, and, I don't know. Figure something out. Might take a trip down to Opernay soon.
Alright. Just be careful on your way there, if you do.
He just nods at that point and starts picking everything up.
Deck's just gonna sit at the table for a little bit and just kind of think over things.
Alright, so... Works, are you still dead to the world?
Or did you hear your apologies already?
Or did what? Oh no, Work was more concerned of of enjoying what time he had to relax. Considering he doesn't know next time he can be swept away on another adventure. He's conscious, just relaxing.
Alright, and what about you, Rowan?
The commission that they're talking about, were those the weapons that were going to be made?
For parts?
Ifrit?
Yes.
Okay, so then they have my staff. Or wand.
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was for me. That's why I wanted to ask.
Yeah, we agreed that you got it.
Okay. I finished my my bath and I've changed, and now I'm heading over to the inn to grab something to eat.
Okay. You get to the inn, and as you walk by, you turn your head and you see Adol is alone, and he's got all these cooking utensils like floating around him, and he's handling them and making a recipe. And as he does it, you note that they start doing it on their own afterwards. And like he's almost like giddy with glee as he's figuring this out.
I look at her date and I say, more magic stuff. Is there any meat around here?
Dak got these in Amdapur, and I'm figuring out how they work, and it's going to take some time, but apparently if you say the name of a recipe and then start making it, they'll repeat every single motion that you make when you tell them to do the recipe.
Huh.
Meat? You wanted meat?
Yeah, I need meat. Something red.
Well, I have some freshly made bread. There's some meat somewhere that I can start cooking. I haven't had Skull to help with that, and Tobias and everybody else has been gone. If you'll give me like 20 or so minutes, I can make here's still have plenty of fish, but I don't think you want fish.
No, I'm so over.
I can make tacos.
Can you make taco bacon?
I'd have to check, but I think so.
Okay, we are going to have to make sure this place is stocked. Not everybody here is a vegetarian. I'm a bacon-tarian. I need my bacon and my meat.
He goes, we have meat, we have pork and beef and things like that. I just don't know if we have any pork fat. I usually, with a lot of bread, I usually take like the slabs of pork fat and get it down and grease my pans with it.
Dave?
Yes.
I'm just teasing you. Take your time. I'm gonna go sit down and enjoy some quiet with my baby.
Okay.
And he can see the dragon is like hiding in my hair. Do I still have scotch with me?
No.
Okay, good. That would have been really weird taking it back with scotch.
Excuse me, I think someone's knocking on my door.
Who's knocking your door at this hour?
The Raven, nevermore.
Oh my god, we made reference to that earlier today too.
Oh my god.
I know, that's why I was like, oh my god. I was cleaning out my cabinet where I have all my the Rubbermaid like little containers and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And Kat's like, don't make too much noise, you'll bother the man on the floor. And then Jonathan made a comment and he's like, what, do you hear her heartbeat? And this is, oh, nevermore. And I was like, oh god.
Oh gosh.
The fact that my 6-year-old led into an Edgar Allan Poe quote was hilarious. Jonathan just picked it right up.
That's awesome.
Although it's kind of funny, as I do have a picture of her flipping through an Edgar Allan Poe book when she was like 2 or 3. Little heavy reading for a 2-year-old.
Yeah, but yeah.
It was very funny.
Don't mind me, I'm just lighting some candles. Come on. All I need is Rowan here just to light these candles for me.
Or me.
Or a pizza delivery guy.
Oh, wrong place.
Yeah, I get those like every other day.
Nah.
Okay.
Like, hey, my neighbor paid for it. Go over there to get some money.
Alright, so you took your baby and you've gone into the bar?
Yeah, I guess where Ark and whatnot are.
Well, Ark is, at this point, Ron, you see Ark is basically like picking up cots that have been made on the bed, and you kind of turn a corner and you can see that Dak is sitting there kind of at the table just thinking to herself.
Oh, the baby.
So, with all the houses around here, people have been sleeping here.
Art just kind of like turns his head and he goes, "Oh, hello, Ron."
They are.
He goes, with the amount of alcohol that was going around, we didn't really trust ourselves to walk wherever we were going.
Rowan just raises an eyebrow and it's just like, it's 20 flippin' feet, man!
At that point, he points and you see, like, there's this bar tray that's got, like, 12 empty bottles on it.
I just start shaking my head.
We got really poker games.
Okay, well, as long as you had fun.
Yeah, we didn't overdo it too bad. Sophia was actually kind enough to tuck most of us in here. I think she didn't care to carry us wherever.
I should go visit and play with the.
She'd probably appreciate it.
Maybe I'll go pop over there after dinner. So, it was quiet here, I take it, but besides the drinking and the poker?
For the most part, Adole played with a few recipes, cooked. A couple people came through, bought some pots from the smiths, were treated to what hospitality we could give, went on the way. Old face came by and just left.
Who just came by and just left?
An old face.
And who is said old face?
Oh, another member of the Gridanian military who has the same condition that I do and has just retired.
And where is said old face retiring to?
Here.
Is that really a good idea?
It's not my land. Ask Dak about it.
She hears her name and her ears perk up. Huh?
I look over at Dak. I said, "So we have a former Gridanian military person coming here. That's not my father." I just chuckle at that comment.
Yeah, she's going to pay for her own home, and she wants to come and garden for us, and I'm all for giving second chances.
Is it a good idea?
We'll have to see.
If it's not a good idea, can I burn her into pieces?
Self-defense.
That's what it'll be.
What the fuck?
Especially when I take and find that car and rip its freaking engine out. That'll be
Jesus Christ.
That did not sound like a healthy engine.
No.
Nope.
It actually sounded like an over-rev.
Yeah.
They worry about exploding a pin.
Yeah.
Well, it goes through at least 3 or 4 times a day, so I think if someone is trying to impress somebody, it's not impressing me. I just think to myself, when your engine blows, I'm gonna be laughing at you.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, she wanted to know if she can grow plants for us, and honestly, having someone to tend to the plants would be nice. I'd love to do it myself, but if we're going out nearly as much as we are, I can't tend to the gardens as much as I'd like.
Understood. Oh, by the way, I think you might check your home because, hey, look at this sweater. Doesn't it look great with these pants?
Does? Oh, is that from Arcani?
Yes.
Well,
I in a nice long. Well, for me, it's not really a hot tub, but you know, it was still relaxing either way. Feels weird to be in jeans, seeing I've been wearing my dresses for so long, but hey, whatever. Well, not jeans, pants. Excuse me.
It is interesting to see you in something other than a dress. It looks nice on you, though.
Just don't tell my mother. Oof. Highborn ladies do not wear pants.
Oh, believe me, I know. I know all too well.
Rowan, that's what your sweater looks like.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I know that all too well. My mother frowned upon me wearing anything but dresses, so...
And those look like the Falconeer pants? I want... I blame Durza, turning me into a glam person.
Out of character and everything. You know what you do? You take the poncho, you turn it red, and then you get the pants, and then you could have that look.
Exactly.
There you go. There's your new glam.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all good. So I'm gonna settle down in the chair. And I was picking on your boyfriend, but I think he might have figured out how to make those tools work. And I was picking on him because I need meat.
Oh, I could probably cook something for you.
Oh, he's gonna do it, but he was saying I've got some bread, and I'm like, I don't do bread.
Oh, you could do sandwiches.
I was teasing. That was what I was saying to him.
Oh, if we could get some nice cheese, we could do fondue.
I could melt it for you without using oils or candles or fire.
Just have you hold the container and you just melt the cheese.
Exactly. Make sure it's fireproof and we're good.
Yeah, just some nice ceramic.
That reminds me, I should pick up my new wand. I'll pick it up in the morning.
Okay. I still haven't been home, but that's fine.
Ark, meanwhile, has gotten all the blankets and pillows together, and he just walks back into the inn.
Oh.
Say Works walks in and after a minute, so oh man. Yep, I am way too hungry to sleep right now.
Excuse me.
Just sits down next to Rowan's like, you're looking good today.
You know what? What would you want? You want bacon, Rowan? What do you want, Works?
Something filling.
Is that ever a real question?
No, but I'd like to make sure.
So I want some bacon because I want to feed it to the baby. But I could really go for a nice, thick, juicy steak with some baked potatoes
Okay.
and gravy with some bacon.
At that point,
make that two.
At that point, Adol comes in and his ears just droop, and he goes, "Oh." And you just see he's got these trays of lovingly handmade tortilla tacos with
I forgot about the tacos.
Slices of avocado and freshly ground cheese. You see
those
big
look good.
chunks of bacon over carne asada with lemon and everything. And he's like, "Oh."
Look, you have
Just turn
steak.
around. I'll go
Steak.
make some
Get
steak.
out of here.
No. It was a general. What do I want? I will enjoy those beautiful tacos. I didn't mean to insult you.
Rowan, tomorrow I'll get you a steak and popatos. How's that?
That is perfect. Today we're gonna enjoy these beautiful tacos that Date made.
His ears are still drooping. He's like, "Oh."
Rowan tries to pull a gigantic foot out of her mouth because forgot about the tacos. Hunger was there. She forgot.
Hunger brain.
He should have brought you a Snickers then.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. You're not yourself when you're hungry. Here's
Sits
a
it,
bacon.
he sits it down, and there's 12 tacos on this thing. They're relatively small. They're really traditional made. So each one's probably about a little bigger than your hand, 6 times bigger than Dax, but
So Rowan takes one and digs a nice bite.
Oh,
Hopes to throw peppers in there.
there are no peppers.
Otherwise,
I was gonna come help. Okay. I'm gonna at least sit back down and just kind of relax a little bit now that she doesn't have that vibration of the wagon on her butt.
Meanwhile, Date comes back a few minutes later, and he kisses the top of Dax's head and puts down a vegetarian meal for her, which basically he has taken a zucchini, turned it into a tortilla, and basically filled it with onions, tomato, avocado, tofu, and eggplant to make a vegetarian taco.
Heck, I'd have been happy with just like cheese and beans. That'd be nice. Anyway. When he like kisses the top of her head, she like tilts up and kisses him on the chin.
Just makes like
I
a
ha-
little kitty noise.
I have to take my chances when you're in range.
Yeah.
Look at that young love.
She blushes and makes a face at Rowan.
Owen just shrugs and eats some more of her taco.
So I heard you got the utensils going.
Yes, I did. So what you have to do is you have to use them by hand the first time, and then very specifically tell them what the recipe, like what you're making.
Oh,
And then,
okay, that makes sense.
Then the next time you do it, they'll follow everything as you said, the number of times that you tell it to do it.
Ooh. I wonder if they store multiple recipes.
Yes.
Excellent.
So long as they don't share the same name, it seems you're good.
Oh, I have so many recipes that teach those things.
Wait, does that mean I can't do a peach cobbler and a blueberry cobbler?
They're different.
What is it? It's a different name.
I didn't know how different in the name they had to be.
One is peach.
I'm pretty sure you could go to the point of going Cobbler 1, Cobbler 2, Cobbler 3. No one else would know what the heck they are, but...
That's true.
I did test it, and so I did Brownie 1, and then I did Brownie 2, and they were different.
Her eyes just light up.
The only thing that you have to...
Brownies in there, huh?
Yes, I do. The only thing that you have to do is you have to make sure that you have everything that they need out, or they get really mad.
Mm.
I would be mad too if I did not have hands of which to retrieve ingredients. Well.
So I know this might not be a subject at this point, but how long are we going to be home for so we can all relax? Or what's
Yeah, I'd like to know this too.
I mean, we apparently spent 2 weeks in Amdapur, regardless of how long we actually spent there. I guess we'll have to go over the letters we got the other day and see which ones might still be actually of... Sorry, I'm having a brain fart in words. See which ones are still available. But I say we could probably have a couple days to ourselves.
I would hope so, at least. I'm not asking for a whole week, but I mean, the last time we only stayed around 2 days, and both those things were just really tough.
No, I understand.
I still didn't get the 2 weeks, so... Oh, nothing. Just, as Hunt would say, magic bullshit.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And I put my arm around Rowan's plus I haven't had much time to spend just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
Yeah.
And everybody throws a golden brick in.
Yeah, no, I feel very much the same. I would like to spend some time with Date.
Go on a date with Date?
You know how many times that joke has been in my head?
Enough times to throw a rock at me?
I push work off the chair. Elbow him so hard that he comes off of his arm comes off my shoulder, and he goes on the floor, and he gets a dirty look from the dragon.
Even the baby's angry at you.
Puns galore.
Well, either way, I'm sure we can have a few days to ourselves. If it comes down to it, I don't know.
Did we have anybody here other than from Gridania?
What was that? Sorry, you broke up a little bit.
Was there anybody else here other than that are from Gridania? Has Cam come back yet?
Oh yeah, Cam was here. Gaius sends his regards and something about a primal weapon killing it.
Cam throws open the doors at that exact moment. Alright, who wants to go to Ishgard?
Wait, what?
Wait, Ishgard? Now? Why?
Works raises his hand. Are we going to blow up Ishgard?
We're not blowing up
We're
Ishgard.
not blowing up my home.
I can just
I don't know.
You see, like, Kate, like,
Dude,
just,
I have
like,
reason to blow it up.
jumps, just ears straight up in the air, tail backed up. It's like, what? What?
Who said anything about blowing up Ishgard? I just want to see the Vorians with my own eyes.
Well, considering most of us have no reason to ever want or need to go there, hard pass. Especially because I'm sure there's not people who would be happy to see me alive.
Rowan is just sitting there glaring at Works. And she's fighting from not using her burning gaze, but her eyes are glowing.
Sorry, out of character. I just imagined like Dak and Rowan both saying at the same time. It's like, we're not blowing up Ishgard!
Adol, meanwhile, is like,
I-
I'd rather not. I mean, some of my family might still be there.
I'm pretty sure family is still there.
Also, Camilla,
Yes?
if you're looking for...
She seems much happier.
If you're looking for the Virillians, weren't there some stationed at Dragonhead? Couldn't you just go there?
Well, that's what I meant. It's close enough to Ishgard, right?
Well, yeah, there is the gate that leads that leads to the path off. What's it called? Dad said it was some kind of steps of something or something of steps.
The Steps of Faith?
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, it's at
Yeah,
least
Camp Dragonhead.
it's at least,
Aliens.
it's at least in the area. It's just in the northern area of the Shroud, so at least if I remember correctly, there's a road that leads up that way.
Look, I'm not too keen on getting back to Ishgard anytime soon. There's a few people there who would be killing me the second I showed my face.
Well, there is a hat that would hide you.
Dak at that point had taken off her headband and wiggled it a little bit.
Yeah, but we all know me. How long would I actually be able to hide?
Your mouth would give you away. But anyway,
Exactly!
And I just make the like smacking gesture.
I'm pretty sure I know a silence spell.
Oh, I might.
Alright.
Alright, so Cam, why all of a sudden the gung ho to go to Ishgard or to Camp Dragonhead?
I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I need to see just what the Vorians are like. Just to see what kind of legacy I'm picking up, and if I'm going to have to walk my own path or not.
How soon would you like to go? We just got back and honestly probably like just a few days to ourselves.
You know what, it's fine, you can stick around. I'll just go on ahead.
Camilla.
They just kind of like holds up a finger. Here's, Workson.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you need to go to Viril proper anyway?
Yeah. So wait, what does this have me going to... Wait, how does Ishgard and Viril connect? Unless we're just passing through.
Viril is much farther north than Ishgard. You've got to go over the spine.
Yeah, so I mean, if we're going to Viril, we don't need to stop at Ishgard.
We'd also probably have to supply ourselves decently because...
Prepare ourselves for extreme cold.
Yes. I mean...
Okay, yeah.
I mean, she like holds up her hand. It's got like this like ring on it. It's like, I have something that protects me from cold, but I still don't like the cold.
Yeah, when someone said even Rowan might be feeling cold, yeah, we need to prepare a lot.
Okay, I guess.
But seeing how we're not going to Varel, we're talking about going to Camp Dragonhead. I don't think we have to worry about it too much.
No, I mean, Camp Dragonhead is fine.
Besides, they would probably have warmer gear up at Camp Dragonhead than they would down here.
Might be nice. Might be nice still for things like, I don't know, some snowshoes or something.
Hold on, Oh, you know what? I think we should take a trip up to Camp Dragonhead. Especially for you, Rowan.
Well, I don't know if he will remember me, but...
even just to say, hey, we're distant family.
So it's a family reunion all around, right?
Yeah.
Whose family are you going to see, Works?
I don't know. Hopefully I won't run into
In-laws?
Hopefully I won't run into any.
Cam just smiles innocently at the suggestion.
Well, I don't know if my cousin would recognize me, but it would be nice to see him. I've heard so many stories about my cousin Hershafont. Although technically he's the bastard of the family, but we don't talk about that.
Mental note, don't bring that up.
At the very least, don't call him a bastard.
If I call him a bastard, if I call him a bastard, it's gonna be because he earned me calling him a bastard.
If you call him a bastard, I'm gonna burn your ass.
I won't call him a bastard.
Ark comes back in, hearing most of this, and he goes, "You are just dying to be single again, aren't you?"
No, not really. I like having, a really good-looking girlfriend. And, one who takes care of me,
Dak's doing that little motion where it's like, and.
You see Ark is doing like the same thing at the same time. He's like,
look.
Wait a second. Wait. Takes care of you how? I find the good looking part, but what the hell are you talking about?
Karen just
breathes in and breathes out. It's like mostly mentally, I've gotten a lot better. With a lot of issues I've been having.
Ark goes, Works,
just
next time just say someone who I can click with on a spiritual level and leave it at that.
Okay, that is way too poetic for me. But
Learn
yes.
to be poetic.
I'm trying to.
Oh, Percy had nice, sweet, gentle words, nice and flowery. And then I get Mr. Pun City here.
Oh, you love him.
Half the time I want to burn his head off.
Hey, half the time I give you a reason to.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And if he owns up to it.
Palms and the baby dragon is just looking at her like, is something wrong?
Mama, do you want me to burn him?
No, but ever since we started dating, I don't think about a lot of the negativity in my life.
That's good.
I have more positive things to look at and look towards.
I wasn't laughing. He was laughing at Hunt. Okay, now word it that way the next time.
I'm not a great wordsmith.
You dug yourself out, and I made the hushing thing. Hush, because you don't want to dig yourself back in after you dug yourself out.
Anyway, Camilla, when did you plan on leaving?
Well, you all did raise a very good point about getting prepared first, so maybe I'll stick around until then.
Okay.
Well,
And
that was
plus,
pretty nice.
plus, we do need to fund the trip. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your own.
I was just saying, well, I do have this really pretty nice new sweater, so I'm good. Else? Oh yeah, money.
Well, might be worth a trip to Apernaeus anyway to try and get some supplies, or Gridania,
Arkham
either
Motors.
way.
Rowan, can I look at that sweater for a moment?
Said that arc or date?
Ark.
Sure, but I'm not taking it off, so you're gonna have to look at it on me.
That's fine. And you just see his eyes like turn white, and he goes, "Yep, he thought of everything as always."
Endure
I really
elements?
I really hope they didn't try to see through that thing.
It's got endure elements on it.
Well, that'll keep us warm.
Do you honestly think Ark would check me out like that? As if he hasn't already before, and then he's moved on.
There's like a moment
Wait.
and you're just like, "Wait, what?"
I think both Ark and Work just had to have that. Wait, what?
He does like look up and go like, "She's not wrong, but."
I mean, it's not like I haven't checked him out a couple of times as well. I mean, come on.
I mean, you have seen me naked.
Yes, I have.
A number of
I'm so
times.
sorry.
Ark.
I'm so sorry.
Why?
Why?
I've seen full frontal Arc, and yet I still chose you. Okay, shut up.
Work's End. We've seen all of us at some point.
That's true.
I mean,
not
even
all of us, I think.
even he's tried to make me check him out too. So you know.
He just very casually like hooks an arm around Camilla's neck and like presses his lips against her ear.
Hey, hands off.
No. She just laughs and lets go.
Well, so a few days rests. I guess our sweaters from Harkani will help us endure the elements.
So, Gridania or Abernaeus?
I would prefer Apernaeus personally, but also Yedrin does need to offload some of the entire armory she brought home.
I don't know, I was thinking it might have been best to go to Gridania so I could see my mother before we went up Ishgard to see if they wanted. Well, I mean, it doesn't mean we all have to go together.
Yeah.
I could go to Gridania and see if we had anything for the family when I went up there.
Well, also, those of us who go to Apernaeus can also just teleport to Gridania afterwards.
Yeah.
We'd have to go up in the general area of Gridania anyway to get to Camp Dragonhead.
At that point, Ark goes, "Oh, wait. Camilla,
Yes.
since we now have a higher contingent of individuals here, maybe we should relay what Mr. Van Belsar had to say."
Right.
And that is, of course, that's work.
Indeed. So, Guys von Balsal wants us to test an anti-primal weapon his legion is developing.
Now, when you say test,
Test how?
How?
I mean, we've gone up against a primal, so we need to make sure it can go up against us.
we survived that primal
Wait a
by
minute.
like dragon, like by the power of a dragon god.
It's like Jack kind of like puts a hand towards Rowan. It's like the only reason we survived is her and Ark eating the Aether.
Well, I mean, he promised that the weapon wouldn't kill us.
Uh-huh.
That's comforting at least.
Yeah, feels well, guy.
Well,
And alright, so we go and we test said weapon for Gaius. What's in it for us if we survive his test?
Well, I'm sure he'd pay you all, and the Immortal Flames would also pay quite handsomely for information on this weapon.
that is true.
Yeah, let's hope we get paid this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly, no more things. 2 weeks and nearly being eviscerated again for nothing.
Dak just kind of looks down about that. I felt so useless.
And there's still the 3-month holding period on exploring those ruins.
That's
There's
a really...
that. I just want a few
So, I mean,
days
if
of
you-
rest.
I don't want to go into
Yeah,
villains
that's fine.
anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm kind of done with dungeon crawling for a little bit.
Well, we have 3 months to decide to go dungeon crawling.
I know the importance of the dungeon crawling, and I definitely think yes, we're going to have to. And I'm glad we have 3 months because I'm just not ready to go there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Seems fair.
Yeah, we all need time off, mentally, physically, emotionally.
You gonna watch the stream there, buddy? Alright, Encore, watch the stream.
Aw.
Oh, okay. That's... We deserve a little bit of time off, and then we'll discuss on what we're gonna do next, okay? How's that?
Okay.
A week.
Sounds good.
A week sounds more than enough time for us to relax. How's that?
Oh, a week sounds perfect.
I take it, Yedrin, during that week's time, you're gonna go sell your shit?
And I'm gonna go with him.
Yeah, with assistance of thought, also probably gonna take the time to try and find at least a book on how to wield unusually sized weapons. If not, gonna probably grab a huge ass log and start trying to figure it out myself.
A weapon of unusual size? What is this, Princess Bride now?
Yes.
Okay. Yedrin.
Mm-hmm.
During your time, you and Dak head down to Operadeus. It is unusually quiet while you're down there. The city, no longer in festival mode, just seems to be another city. People are hustling and bustling as usual. Several people notice you lugging around your armory, and they're like, what the hell? But you eventually find this weapon shop who sees what you're carrying, and they're like, where the hell did you find these?
Ruin delving.
Yeah, ruin delving.
Right. Okay. Well, they're decent quality. Tell you what, I'll give you 45 gil for each weapon that you have here, and I'll give you 15 per 20 arrows.
That kind of like rubs her chin, glances over to Yedrin. Considering the trouble we had getting these, I'm not sure if that sounds like a fair assessment.
Considering you didn't pay anything for them at all?
Shut up, Works. You're not here. You're getting drunk.
Getting drunk at the bar.
You guys fighting ogres? I got enough
Oh my
ogre science. Got +9 against ogres. Forever be one of my favorite videos.
Yep. Anyway,
Yep.
considering what we had to do to get these, that doesn't sound like a fair assessment to me, sir.
As I say, I sniffle at that price. His
Plus, look at this craftsmanship. This has probably been done with tools that you can't get anymore.
Psst. Yadrin,
Mm-hmm.
you're fucking Echo.
Yeah, come on, dude. Echo.
Oh, yeah, I use it.
He's like,
You think I'm not gonna use it for this?
do what?
You think I'm not gonna use the echo for this?
Well, I was waiting for you to say it.
Yeah.
You're not. Sorry. Brain's a bit fuddled.
Your eyes like turn gold, and like you see, like you start seeing the value start fluttering over his head. And you like look over the weapons, and there's like a momentary. It's like everything like starts ringing up for a second. And you see like the max the guy's gonna do is like 160 a pop.
Hmm.
Leans over and just put the thoughts, but how high he's willing to go, like really quietly.
Hmm.
And the guy's
This
like
is-
cleaning the weapon. He goes, "Look, I understand, but you gotta think. Aside from some antique collectors and everything else that come in with that, most people are probably gonna want to buy a more modernized weapon. Like, yes, it's wonderful quality. I'm not gonna lie about that, but I've got to put these on the shelves. I've got to clean them. I've got to make sure they're on display, and then they're gonna take up space on things that I would normally be selling in the meantime."
That's fair. That's fair. But I do think you are very much lowballing us on it. Hmm. How about 180? Does that sound good?
He like looks at you and goes, "Roll diplomacy." He's like,
I'm trying to do a thing where it's like you kind of go lower until you hit that spot.
he goes, he's like, that's about 4 times what I just asked. You're like, you see him like looking at you, and he's looking at Yedra, and he's like, very disturbed for a moment. And he goes,
I am willing to go a little lower. It's just with the amount of work we had to go through to get them, it
looks at you again. He goes, 120.
170.
140.
165.
Diplomacy again.
To say, do you want me to assist by standing there showing way too many teeth?
I just see Yedrin standing behind Dak, and it's just this looming shadow of death.
Like, do you want me to?
He's like, I shouldn't, but if you really went through that much work, who am I to say no? And he starts like tallying everything up. How many weapons did I give you, Yedrin?
You screwed up my math a little bit, so I have to go over it again, but...
Just give me the amount of weapons that you have minus 10.
Okay, give me half a second, because I actually have to, like, add all this up.
I mean, you could just post it in like the party chat, just like the list if you have it.
Minus 10, 151 weapons.
Okay.
And that's not counting the 760 arrows.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my-
So the guy like
So how
starts tallying shit up, and like there's just stacks of heals start hitting the table. How many arrows did I say? Did you say?
760 arrows.
Okay.
Miss Money.
Boy.
He goes, okay, so like just 2 heavy bags. I think this is right. 25,675 gold or gil.
Jesus.
Let's see.
Oh, so
Slash confirm emote.
that's out of character. Oh, can you like type that out? Because
Just the math on it.
no, just the amount.
Oh yeah.
I believe that sounds correct, yes. I mean, I also have this large size fire bow if you are interested in that.
Here's
I can't use it. Obviously.
he's looking at the thing and he goes, you know, I get an emulsion customer here and there. Can I examine it?
Yeah. She.
Hey, he's like, hey, here, let me. And he like picks it up, puts it on the table, and he goes,
I also have 80 arrows that would go with it.
I need to loot more, so I don't get jack.
he's like scratching the back of his neck, and he goes, he goes, $12.50 for all of it.
Okay.
Passes you over another 1,250 gil.
Okay.
He goes, you guys are breaking me.
Well, we're not gonna go ruin diving for a while, so this has to last us.
He's like, I'm sure that'll last you a good long while.
That's the hope. That's the hope. We also have people we're splitting this with, so.
That makes more sense.
I'm just like, what? Splitting what?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Don't worry,
Splitting?
hon, you still get a majority.
Splitting. This is a foreign concept.
Sharing? My parents didn't teach me that.
It's like, that's the first I've heard of it.
The guy goes, well, is there anything here that I can interest you in with your new surplus of heal?
Work, didn't you take extra instruments to sell too?
I think he just took the loot.
I took a loot and I took a few others for the extra strings. And the sax, if that was even a thing there.
No, there's not a saxophone.
Oh, damn it! Just play Careless Whisper outside Rowan's window.
Oh, then you would totally get burned.
Would I though?
Yes.
I know your feeling on the sax.
I like the sax, but I don't like Careless Whispers on the sax.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the dividing of the guild to you, Yedrin, because it is your loot.
Yeah, he ain't gonna divide Jack. We each get one.
I did promise Todd a cut to help
Yeah.
me sell it. So Todd is at least getting a cut.
Add the 1250 to it. So
That 1250 is to you, yours, Todd, because it is your loot.
I know, I'm saying add it to the pot. I'm going to split it. I have more than enough gil as is. That's actually a very nice version. Anyways. Yes. I'm
Anyways.
leaving the dividing to you and I am adding that to the pot.
Okay. I'm doing that right now, but continue the RP while that's going on.
Well, it's just the two. I think it's just the two of you. And,
Yeah.
I can't think of anything offhand that I personally would need. Do you have anything that might help in the colder climates? We are planning to go a little bit north.
well, I'm mostly just weapons.
That's true. Flame weapons? No. Do you have any nearby shopkeep friends that might help us out with any sort of supplies?
Pigos, I mean, what in particular are you looking for?
We have the heat covered. Maybe. No, I'm actually not sure. Now that I think about it. I literally can't think of what we would need.
He goes, well, there's basic supplies everywhere, and just about any general store will have
That's
things
true.
like snowshoes for chocobos, or your usual food materials, things of that nature.
Yes. No, I can't think of any weapons offhand. I'll send my my friends over though if they do need anything.
All right.
Thank you.
Did you have to roll a perception before you leave?
Yeah, sure. Right.
You look in the back, and you see that there's this massive axe over this dude's, up on the wall, and it's clearly another butchering axe. And as you look at it, you can see that it's got a strangely sloped blade with a bunch of different, hooks hanging off the back end of it. The interior of it looks almost fleshy. And the blade is the darkest obsidian that you've ever seen. And this thing just radiates power off of it.
I am hearing a hellish chorus now, just like ah.
There goes all the money he's not going to share with.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, hey, I was gonna ask, what's up with that? What's up with that axe?
He goes,
That axe.
oh, that one? Where to begin with that thing? Well, it's old, for starters. I believe they dated it back to pre-Allegan times, when they got everything put together. It's been in my family. This guy, by the way, is a Rogadan. Tall, bright, bushy black beard that's rolling down towards his chest. Cornrows. Definitely a Hellsguard by the looks of him. Big, bulky, little bigger than Kato. Blind in one eye. He goes, now if I'm recalling correctly, they said they carved that thing out of, what was it again? I believe they said white adamantine? Likewise, apparently it was infused with the souls of, eventually he just goes, fuck it, and pulls out a notebook and starts to open it to the page. They said they infused it with 1,000 void scent souls, which caused it to gain sentience all of its own. Apparently it has a almost never-ending lust for blood when it's being wielded, and will serve faithfully to anyone that can carry it. Beyond this, it augments the strength of its wielder. It hits much harder than a normal weapon of its size, even that large size, could. And as it drinks more blood, it becomes even stronger.
That's scary.
Dax just staring in horror at this dude, just like, what?
All I can think of is Grog in the outhouse talking to a sword.
Talking to Craven's Edge.
Yes.
He flips over again. He goes, let's see what else we have here. It also states that it brings out the innermost ferocity of its wielder, should they allow it to.
Dear God.
Oh no.
Just gonna rupture face. Oh no.
I said those one, too big to wield, and two, who
No, it's
the
no.
shell.
Just to mention this, it is a large size weapon.
Yeah,
So
impossible to wield currently.
he goes, it's if you want to try to hold it, you can.
Slice the potato, eat it.
How small of an idea is that?
Are you asking Dak or him?
No, him. How small of an idea is it to hold a sentient, possibly sentient weapon?
I've had plenty of people come in and hold it before. No one's ever really said anything strange happened. Most of them couldn't pick it up, though. I think the only person I've ever had come in and actually be able to lift the damn thing was Tyr.
Yeah, no surprise there. That man is.
Oh, and Raban. Raban lifted it.
Yeah, no surprise. Those men are both rather strong.
Intimidating.
Yes.
I'll tell you what. If you can lift it, I'll sell it to you for half.
Find out what it's
Right,
worth
wide.
first.
I guess no
Let's
reason not
see,
to give it a shot. I guess no reason not to give it a shot, although no guarantee I'll even buy it. I'm not sure if I can even yield something that large.
He walks over, and you see him like he puts on these special gauntlets. And like squats as he starts carrying it back to you. You see he's like sets it on the table on the counter, and the counter like sinks a little into the floor.
Looks from the blade to Yedrin to the blade to the Yedrin.
Last chance back out.
That is heavy. Oh. Guess it's only off the wall, so no reason why not. We'll give it a shot.
What is your strength score, Andrew?
20?
20?
20.
You go pick it up and you're just like straining. And you start to get it into the air and you're like, holy shit. And it just starts like weighing and the axe just hits the floor and you can't lift the blade off. the ground.
I mean, doesn't matter. I still have the belt technically.
It requires a specific strength score.
Well, I guess, yeah. Guess I can't handle this thing.
Now, Dak, if you want to cast bull strength on him,
I don't actually have that like in my list of things, but I know I can cast it.
okay.
I haven't prepared any of my spells because I wasn't sure if we were gonna do anything. So
Do you attempt to do this on Yedrin?
yes.
Dak like taps Yedrin on her leg, and next thing, Yedrin like lifts it up and is still straining with it and struggling, but she gets it in the air. And the next thing that happens is like the fleshy bit on the interior sort of opens, and like 3 eyes start to look at Yedrin from an angle that Dak and the shop owner can't see.
That character, I immediately regret my decision.
Oh god, you gave him a god eater.
Oh, baby.
There's like a voice kind of comes to Yedrin's head and goes, "Not strong enough yet. Not enough. We feel the blood. We feel the beast inside. It hungers as we hunger. Return. We belong. We complete each other. We shall feast forever." The eyes close.
Calmly places it back on the counter.
We'll save.
You should have saw that coming.
You feel an instinctual need to, like, I need that axe. I need it, but I can't use it yet.
I'm pretty sure that was already the case. I need that. Even without the magic bullshit.
Yeah, it's gonna come further down the counter. Hell, that is definitely something, especially its weight and its size. But lately, since you carry an item that size, do you happen to know where one could learn to wield an item that size, or at least find documentation on such?
Well, if you want to be able to wield something like that with any effective ability, you probably need to find an arbiter or find somebody that's recorded their techniques down, or, you know, put in a lot of practice. Sadly, I think there's only 17 arbiters left. Sad, most of them died during the calamity.
Well, that makes
check some
things
bookshops. You
difficult.
might find something. Maybe somebody who recorded their technique or anything of that nature.
I'll do so.
But
Oh,
a deal's a deal. If you want the axe, I'll sell it to you for half price.
I doubt I can afford it at the moment, even with all the money I just got, unless it's solely cheap for what it is.
It's 125,000 at half price.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured. I'm gonna have to decline the offer, although I will keep it in mind if there ever comes a day I can actually make use of it.
He just kind of nods a little bit and goes, "Alright."
Thank you for letting me see it, though. Oh, and thank you for the business.
Yedrin, also roll an appraisal while you're at it. What the fuck?
You forget, I don't have that as a class skill.
No, I'm wondering why the 1 and the 5 came out.
Do not ask me.
Dak, you going to
But
try
we
to
are
appraise
asking
it?
you.
That's funny. I don't have a praise either.
Nah.
I'm a bad dude's folk. Oh, that's not fair. I have a 1.
You realize the dude was lowballing the price of this thing.
You're not gonna make a damn word about it. Not until he's out of earshot.
Likewise, do you want to detect magic on it as well?
Oh, hell yeah. Weep.
1 second, everybody.
Oh no, are my eyes gonna explode?
Nope.
My eyes!
It's okay, I can fix that.
Nobody said Ballas. I mean, I guess I just did just now, but you know.
Technicalities. Whoa. Blinks away that detect magic and just kinda turns. Thank you for your business, sir.
Thank you. Like, the slip back up, he's like, "Ah!" Puts it back down. He's like, ah! Upgrades, gauntlets.
Come on, Yedrin.
Follows all out.
Pulls Yedrin aside, gets out of earshot. He was lowballing that thing. Oh my goodness, that thing is worth way more than he was trying to offer it for, even at half price.
Yes. Still can't afford it anyway.
Okay, you want to know? You want to know what that thing has as far as magic? And she starts listing off like the equivalent of like 7 to attack and damage. It's got impact, vampirism, soul destruction. Just all this shit on it.
Definitely gonna keep it in mind, but can't afford something like that anytime soon.
I know, just I wanted to tell you what I saw.
But
Oh
I
my
appreciate
goodness.
it. Well, I think want to help me see if you can find that a book of both files after quick, and then I'll see about splitting up this money.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. She's still just like a little shaken just of what she saw in that damn weapon. Jeez.
That's science, sure. Don't worry about it for now. That's probably like long ass time away before we can look at affording something like that. I think that's like all the combined paydays put together so far.
You just gotta win the Upper Names tournament. That's all you gotta do.
You got knocked go down early in the battle royale.
Yeah, just do a battle royale.
I also need to get a bit of extra muscle and actually know how to wield something that awkward.
It's true.
Like I said. But now we can start trying to see if we can find one of those books.
Okay. And Dak's gonna go look for any sort of like bookstore that might have like manuals on how to wield bigger weapons or whatever.
Okay. Roll perception.
Also, Discord is getting crap.
Assisting.
You know, just notice that.
Yeah, I just... Oh, there I went. Okay. So, Dak, with Yedrin's assistance, you find a bookstore and are let in, and you find a little llama... Oh, man. I made a mistake.
Okay, I think.
Hello? There we go.
Hello, hello,
Testing.
hello. Test.
Okay. Hello.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, Discord kind of crapped out there all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's still kind of crapping out a little bit. It's probably just having issues.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so essentially, you come in. There's like this little Lalafell male with a ponytail, like a braided ponytail that comes all the way down to his waist, with like these big Coke bottle glasses on, sitting behind a counter, and with the rest of his hair kind of a mess and sort of this disheveled appearance. He's got like a faint goatee going. And he seems like busily like drowning himself in whatever reading he's doing. Slight graying off of normally blue colored hair. And he suddenly like looks up and he goes, "Oh, hello. How can I help you?"
Yes, hello. We're looking for manuals on wielding larger weapons, and my friend here wants to wield the biggest weapons.
He goes, "Oh." So he looks at you and he goes, "You know, overcompensation is usually a male thing."
Oh, she's not overcompensating for anything.
He goes, "Okay. Well, if you really want to get into that sort of thing, I believe I have a manuscript in the back. It's only about half translated at this point. It's from the Nemean Empire. It's a very rare thing. Are you absolutely sure this is what you want to do?"
I mean, the motions to Yedrin. This is mostly her, so I'm just here to help out.
I am really interested in the wielding of rather large weapons.
Okay, well, the Nemeans, being small folk like myself in this one, tended to want to wield larger weapons than themselves, and came up with a number of techniques for the proper wielding. So if you'll excuse me, I will come back with the manuscript, but I will go ahead and let you know that buying of this particular manuscript will run you 500 gil.
That's fine.
I'm more than willing to make that sacrifice.
He goes, "Very well." And heads back and comes back a few minutes later, and he's basically got this metal-bound book that he's walking over and setting it down in front of you two. And he goes, "Okay, well, this is the manuscript. It is still written in Nemean, which is proven to be very difficult to translate. The entire back half is my translations so far. I mean, you are welcome to it as it is. The techniques are not complete, but if you want to continue the translation process or have someone who can speak Nemean, more power to you."
Well, we have a linguist in our friends circle, so that shouldn't be too hard.
He looks
More than willing to-
at Jedrin. "Are you perhaps attempting to become an arbiter?"
I don't think I'd quite suit the job, but I'm interested in I've gained an interest in the techniques.
Very well then. As I said, it's 500 gil.
Very well. Will gladly pay the man.
You pay him, he takes it and he flips through it and sets it down. He goes, "Alright, is there anything else that I can interest you in while you are here?"
Is there anything you need taught?
Can't think of anything offhand. Do you have any spell books or anything?
Do you want a a spell
I'm-
book.
Well, I generally don't. I have a mental spell book of the type, but I am interested in some spells that I don't currently know. I believe they're cleric type spells. I'm trying to remember offhand what they were now.
So you are looking for... What sort of spells are you looking for in particular?
I believe one was Admonishing Ray.
A scroll of admonishing ray. Relatively common.
Touch of Mercy, I believe, was another. I'm not wanting to harm people when we fight. I much would rather subdue them than.
He goes,
Yeah.
for the two, you are looking at about 400 gil. I can easily have those to you. We actually... He like pulls out like it's just basically a basket with scrolls in it, and he just pulls the two out.
400 sounds fine to me.
There you go. Takes it, hands you the scrolls back over.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I was pondering if someone would come in and buy one of the more complex spells to sell you.
Like, what in particular?
Pulls out this book. Dak, do you still have Detect Magic out?
Yeah.
It's like your eyes are like, what the fuck is that? As it comes out, it's like it's humming at you.
Oh. Ooh.
Folds it out. This is and it is a big book. And he goes, this is one singular spell. It is called the Eternal Radiance.
The Eternal Radiance?
Yes, it calls down the energies from the radiant itself in a pillar of light, striking everything within a certain radius. We have yet to find anybody who can cast the damn thing. And I don't blame them. The spell itself takes up 400 pages of information.
Would I have any idea if I can use it?
He goes, completely non-lethal, provided that you are not a word sent.
That makes sense. Yes. How much would this cost me?
He starts doing some math in his head. You were looking in the neighborhood of 250,000?
Oh, that is unfortunately very far out of my price range.
He goes, let's see, I believe that they classified this when I was talking to the Mages Guild. I think they said this was a 13th level spell.
Oh dear, No, I would not be able to use this at all, actually. I am most definitely not of that skill level yet.
He goes, I pity. Will anytime you wish to return to Borgenburt's tomes and sundries, it will be waiting here. We've never really had anybody take much interest in it, or one of the other four that we have down there.
Well, I'm actually very much into reading, so I may be back here soon. We live nearby.
Is there any particular genre that you like? We have quite a number of normal books.
I'm generally into the fantasy myself, but I also enjoy cooking and botany.
He goes, well, if you look down that way, we have an entire section on hobbies. There's a shelf or two for various cookbooks. If I may make a suggestion, I would say Master Chef Ulingun's treatise on the proper cooking of legumes and leafy vegetables is quite an astonishing read. Changed the way that I prepared my vegetarian dishes. Additionally, with the botany section, we have a number of different books from theorists in both Charlet and Grindalia, and certainly not least, because I can tell from the blisters on your fingers and the high quality of that sweater that you're wearing, that you must be into yarn craft and sewing and the like. There's a number of books on weaving as well.
That is also a hobby of mine. Yedrin, Dak gets this look of like, if you don't pick up this Lalafell and leave now, you're not leaving until like nighttime.
Come on, Dot.
Sit and
Like, you can
read.
tell this guy like is working the shtick real hard.
Dot, don't forget, we have to get back to the others. Break time.
She looks really wistful back at the bookshelves, like, you're right.
You have all those books with you own still. Have you get the chance to go through all of them yet?
No,
Because-
but I can always bring more
Because in
home.
Lettuce, as a very, very mindful reader myself and well-read, there's a number of very good romance fantasies and other romance books over about 2 shelves down from what I was just talking about. If you are into the more carnal of that sort of thing, the entire back shelf behind that one is the adults only section, perfect for your people who are looking to spice things up.
Thank you very much. Let's go, Yedrin.
Just thinking self, of course, that's what makes her leave.
Do what, Yedrin?
I said, thinking to self, of course, that's what makes her leave. Embarrassment.
I mean, honestly,
override. Sorry, works.
I mean-
Go ahead.
I mean, you might just find like a Kama Sutra book to use with date.
Oh my god.
Katra Sutra.
Oh my god.
You know, I was thinking more that you just pick up a dirty book for Rowan, but
She has enough. She could borrow some from Fiona. Anyways,
Yes.
I think that's the extent of our shopping trip.
Yeah. Probably hands over the cut to Todd and thank you for helping out, Todd.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, let's get home then. And then we can relax.
Relax and see if I'm gonna have to ask Fiona if she can do anything with this lenient script.
Mm.
Maybe not be a little giddy at the idea.
you start hearing a call going out as you guys are kind of walking out by like a shopkeeper going, "Enchanted armaments, improve your basic abilities here. We buy, we sell, we do it all. Are you feeling too wimpy? Come and get a nice set of gauntlets to make yourself brawny. Not smart enough? Get a cowl or a belt, maybe a pair of boots or a ring. Impress your friends with your newfound knowledge. Trouble with the ladies, maybe the men in your life. Got a nice pair of earrings here to make you irresistible."
Notes down the place in their head, but isn't too fussed about it because can't afford too much right now without using up money.
Jack is gonna very much ignore all of that because she just wants to go home.
Okay, I forget that Locks mentioned he wants something like that. Yeah,
did works want something
Yes.
like
Well, the guy's not like
Yes.
calling at you. He's hawking.
Yeah.
that? Yeah,
Well,
no.
but Rox is not there. Like, I was just asking because I was gonna say, just remember to make note of that and tell Rox that store's there. I think he mentioned something about wanting one of those.
Mm.
I think otherwise they're heading home.
Yeah.
All right. You guys teleport back home. Or no, you don't. You start making your way back. It takes you about 2 days.
I mean, we can't teleport home because we don't have an Aetherite yet.
Me.
Because those are impossible to afford right now. Although, I guess on the trip home, gonna take a look at what of the book they can.
Yeah.
So you guys get back with your gill in tow and meet up with everybody back in the at the inn.
Yeah. Dex
How was
starts.
your shopping?
Well,
Or selling?
Well, we ended up selling the things, but since Yedrin was the one who carried it all, she took a bigger cut, and this is our cut based off of what I sold and what Yedrin gave me as a cut, and she starts passing out 1,600 gil to everyone else.
Cool.
It's not
1,000?
much. Yedrin took quite a bit of money for herself.
Really?
Yedrin gave me 25%, which ended up being 7,668. I put gil towards it to make it to 8,000 and split it off that.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking of mostly on that, depending on how the book turns out, do you want to even know how much getting a replacement weapon would even begin to cost? Yeah, no, it like stupid expensive if I want a replacement weapon anytime soon if I do get the training.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not much.
No, better than not. I mean, better than not getting paid at all.
Yeah.
So how much was it? 1,070?
1,600.
Okay.
I'm doing my math.
Hmm.
All right. So, anybody got anything else?
Well, probably gonna ask Fiona if she's going to take a look at the book.
Fiona has gone over out to Gordania to do some magic shopping, so she's not in it.
Well, whenever she gets back, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you looking for in Gridania?
A few spells, I'll send them to you later. I'm just kind of tired right now.
Yeah, I'm getting a little tired myself.
All right. Well,
Well,
we'll call it for here. And should I go ahead and say that we pick up next session after the week is up?
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
All right. Well, good night, everybody. Thank you for watching.